going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Most of you know that I'm going to be renting my tiny house out on Airbnb, and there are a few things that I have to do before that can happen. So I'm going to be doing about 5 different repairs in this video. A couple things had gotten damaged during transport, so I have to fix those. We're going to be doing some painting because I took out the office, which made me take out the cabinets that were in there. And that left bare wood, so I need to paint those so that everything basically matches and looks the same within the living room. And then lastly, we are going to be hanging my TV back in the living room to make it a complete overall living room. Right now it's in my bedroom and I don't really know if I have the equipment to hang this, so we'll see what we can do. Let's get going to my tiny house. Okay, so I didn't have enough of the stain left that matches the rest of these cabinets, so I brought some of the paint that I'm using to remodel the mobile home with. We're going to paint those. Hopefully it's a close enough gray because we're just trying to close that off and make it look gray all around. Sometimes I don't plan enough. Like a lot of this should probably be taped off. I don't have anything to wipe my hands on. Probably end up wiping it on my clothes. It's a little bit of a lighter gray, but I'm okay with that. I don't have another gray that I'm working with, so I'll just do 2 coats and that will at least tie in the grays with the living room. At least it won't be this like cream color and half gray and half cream. Let me get something to wipe this off with. And then I brought smaller paint brushes to get in the corners. Not bad. I think it looks pretty good. We're going to do this side, and that'll be completion of that project. Not bad. We got both of the sides done. And it's kind of looking a lot better because it's not the cream mixed with the gray, but it looks all around matching now. Even though it's a little bit lighter, it still ties in. So I think we did a good job on this one. The second task for the repairs in my tiny house, I'm going to be putting my TV from my bedroom loft into the living room. And this is going to complete the living room decor that we're setting up for the Airbnb. So this is just another DIY thing that I'm going to take care of. I'm not going to hire out. It would be easier if I had help or a hand to put this up, but I did put it up in my bedroom with boxes as leverage, and I just took it down and I seem to do okay. So let's see if we could do this now. shit. The whole wall bowed out. I don't know what to do. Well, I'm gonna have to do exactly what I didn't want to do, which is take off the screen and put the thing up there first. I can't do it since the whole wall came out. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna take the screen off and then I'll have to put the screen back on. Okay, so this TV project, hanging that TV, was a little bit harder than I thought. When you don't have support, like something holding it up there, it's kind of hard to work with the tools and the washers. And then there's like this little red thing that was supposed to go, another washer that was supposed to go on the back. So without help, it's kind of hard to do it by yourself, but I did it. I don't like the way that it looks from the out here. So I'm going to show you out here. It kind of just looks like a sore thumb sticking out. So what I think I'm gonna do is probably keep it to the wall, and then when the guests want to watch it, they can pull it out. But until then, if it's to the wall, you can actually see it less. So another cool thing about tiny living, when you have a TV up on the wall, you can fold it in because sometimes these TVs are so big that they just stick out. Having that flat wall behind there is kind of convenient for the TV to go up against and then to be pulled out when they want to watch down there. And if you think about it, if I put a bedroom up in the cat loft for the guests, the upstairs can watch it too. So that's probably a good thing. Number 4 is my cabinet was kind of shifted during transport. I had bungees holding it together. When the trailer was moving, it kind of jerked around and this whole thing happened. So this fell out and we're going to put that together with some wood glue. It was suggested on either one of my YouTube videos or somewhere on social media. Someone said to fix this, use some wood glue. So we're gonna do that. I am not going to take the whole thing apart and sand it and do all that. We're just going to stick some glue in there, hope that it stays. Only thing we have is some glue seeping out of the corners there, so we're just gonna wipe that off, but we did put it back together, especially right here where it was supposed to be. It does open, so basically that's all I'm concerned with. So it does open. All right, and our last and final task, number 5, we're going to be fixing the cracks in my farmhouse sink. During transport from Sparta, Tennessee to West Tennessee, I had a bunch of transport problems. The second or third driver hit about 20 potholes in Nashville, and my farmhouse sink completely cracked in 3 different places. So I did get this tub and repair kit that we're going to use. This might be a little bit of a challenge because we only have specific things we're working with. We've got a lot of cracks to fill, so I don't know, I might have to get another kit or figure out something else to do. These are the cracks we are working with. That one, and then there's that one there, and then it goes over here. So we've got those cracks to fill. Now, in this little kit that we have, there are these things that we have to put over the cracks. So I brought some scissors, and I'm actually going to be cutting those so that I can try to fit all of them on there, because I don't know if these things are going to be enough. But you're supposed to put these over the crack so that you can fill in the crack with this bond stuff that we're supposed to make. Then you remove the sticker after the putty on the inside of the crack dries. The first thing we are going to do is probably cut these in a few different pieces, because then we're going to put this over this and take it off, but then we're going to use a knife to basically cut the middle out, and that's where you fill the putty with. So we have to make a few of these to fit those lines, and I'm really hoping that this will be enough. Let's try this first and see how many we use. All right, so we're going to be putting this sticky stuff on here, and then basically it wants us to take this and cut around the area that we're going to fill in. And then I'm going to place the third piece. And then we'll try this out first before we hit the other ones. Okay, the line is kind of too thin for me to cut around it, so I just cut in the middle of it, and hopefully when I put the putty in there, it'll just go straight through the line that I cut, so we'll see what happens. Well, first we're going to be putting the other stickies on the other side so that in case the putty starts drying, we can put it over on the other side also. According to these directions, we have to mix parts A and B equally. We are going to be doing that. I brought this bowl right here to do it in. They even give us this little mixer. Oh, it's kind of really hard and thick. Alright, let's see if this stuff works. I have no idea if I'm doing this right, but it is what it is. It's all I can afford, so I am not getting a new sink right now. this is what the sink looks like so far. We've got the tape underneath there, and then we put the putty stuff on top. Then I guess we're supposed to take the tape off. I don't know if it's before or after it dries, and I'm really hoping that some of it stays under there. They also gave us these mini scratch things so that we could sand off any of the glue afterwards. Okay, so it did tell me that we did have to wait 12 to 24 hours before we take the transparent tape off. They gave me this spatula. This is to make the putty even on top. So we're going to take this and just scrape off the top layer. And then we're going to wait 12 to 24 hours to see if it's dried, take the tape off and do some sanding, see if my sink is in better condition to be used. Gosh, I hope I did not mess this up. I'm kind of nervous to take this tape off simply because I wasn't able to cut the middle line. I had to kind of just cut through it. Now, if this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, that did not work. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it kind of just came up with the tape. And that actually might happen with all of it. I don't know. Well, so far it did not work on this side. It just didn't work. Let's see if it worked on the other side. Well, unfortunately, after all of that work, making that putty, putting the little tape on, cutting the tape, it didn't work. Maybe it was because of my cutting the tape, because you're not supposed to, I guess, get this putty on the sink, and cutting the pieces too thin, it's kind of stuck to the sink now. But the line that I tried to cut in the middle was also so thin that I couldn't get that middle piece up for putty to even get into. I don't know, I think I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna either have to try something else, get a new sink. It really sucks that sink repair didn't work out, because I don't really want to replace it. Either I'm gonna call the handyman and see what he can do before replacing it, and if not, then maybe he can replace it and I'll just have a new sink. I do not want, say, wild guests to hit it and break it and then I gotta replace it. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click the notifications bell so you can receive a notification every time I post a new video, which is every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Can't do it.